Like last night, Jimmy Kimmel unveiled People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive for 2020. And it turns out it's a friend of ours. It's the fabulous Michael B. Jordan. It's a pretty good choice, don't you think, Sonny?
I just think it's a great choice. He is a friend to the show, and you know, it's always incredible to me every time he comes to the show how everyone loves him. He is beloved not only by, you know, the host, but by the crew, because he was someone that worked at AVC, right, and worked in the building. And what I always hear about him is this is someone who has never changed. This was always a respectful, wonderful, thoughtful kid who has become that person as a man. And I am just, you know, thrilled that he was the choice. But also, think about it. 2018, you had Idris Elba, my personal favorite. You also had in 2019 John Legend, and then now you have Michael B. Jordan. So it's, you know, I remember growing up, and I'm sure you do, Whoopi, as well. These black men were not on the cover, and they were not called, you know, the sexiest man alive. And I just love to see the diversity that we're seeing now. They were on mine too.
Always on my covers, I'll tell you that. Yeah. Hey, Sarah, what do you think of Michael B. as the choice?
Well, I'm going to have to say that they've always been on my cover as well. I love Michael B. Jordan, so everything Sonny said about how kind he is, he's beautiful on the inside, so this is not a knock at him. But I'm an Idris Elba girl, so this is one place where I don't believe in term limits. I think he should be voted again and again and again. But I also think that I was excited to see Dan Levy on the list, who wrote the show S Creek. We can't say the name, of course, here. But he is kind of my adult, like, brain sexy. There's something so cute. He is a genius. He is quirky. He is funny. And so I look at him and I'm like, I love to see people breaking the mold of what sexy means. He's a good-looking man, but I love there's so much more to him that, So I'm just happy. But Idris, don't worry. I haven't changed teams. You're my man.
What about you, Joy? Any other contenders for you?
Well, I have a few thoughts on this. Number one, you two with Idris, you need to get a room. His Mrs. Idris Elba doesn't carry on over him the way you two are doing it constantly. All right, that's one thing. The other thing is I don't like People Magazine. I'll tell you why. Years ago, they were the first magazine to print everybody's age.
To print your age.
They went to the DMV. To get my age. You know, it was like Lassie, 12. They didn't care whether you were a person or not a person. They were going to print your damn age in there, so I'm annoyed with that. But the other thing about this is the sexiest man alive. It's a very, like, I mean, really, what are we talking about? The United States, we're talking about a Western culture. For all I know, in Japan, a sumo wrestler at 400 pounds is the sexiest man alive. This is a strictly Western idea. Having said that, I think Michael Jordan is very hot and adorable. And so, fine.
Excellent.
That's my spiel.
What about Idris?
You, Anna?
What about Idris?
Idris,
what about you, Anna? What about you, Anna?
What about me? Listen, I'm Joy's mad they're printing age. I'm just glad they're not printing weight. Look, I think Michael B. Jordan is hot as hell, but frankly, what I find sexy right now is a man who can, like, you know, share a recipe for sourdough starter or teach me how to mix a cocktail. I'm in love with this guy, Paul Hollywood, who's the host of the Great British Baking Show. So, I mean, I need somebody who can get me through quarantine with more than just looks. You know, I need recipes. I need
Dr.
funny.
Fauci.
I need whatever.
I think Idris cooks.
Oh, okay, well.
He definitely does, Sonny. He does everything.
Listen,
He definitely cooks.
The kid, he is a great kid. He's a wonderful kid. He is one of those people that you just know is always going to be somebody you could hold up to somebody and say, this is the kind of person I would love you to be. I would love you as you're growing up. I'd love you to be this kind of man. Because the thing about Michael B. is, he remembers people. He remembers people's names when he comes to our set. He is funny. He's a wonderful actor. He can do comedy. He can do drama. And I feel uncomfortable saying this because I feel like when you're a certain age, you should not be, you know, foaming at the mouth for somebody who's 30 years
Whoopi,
younger
Cougars
than you.
are all the rage, girl.
Well, no,
Come
no,
on, get with the program.
it's not pretty. It's just
Proud
not
cougar.
pretty. I'm just telling you. But I will say that this kid, for me, he's a kid, but this kid is one of the great kids on the planet. I'm just, yes, he is a sexy man, but he's a great kid. He's a great kid. Now, the sexiest people, wait, I got to do this thing, and then tell me now before I do it. What?
That, you know what's
Anna?
sexy? You know what's wonderful? That we are actually starting to talk about things that are not Donald Trump. That, to me, is sexy.
That's
Yes.
sexy.
Well, he's
And yet
not
you brought his
sexist.
name up again.
Oh, the sexiest.
Now listen, the sexiest people issue is out now, by the way. And while none of us are in it, we all know that you feel we hit some of those barriers.